Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, why is my belly getting bigger even though I'm eating less and trying to stay active? Maybe you walk every day. Maybe you've cut back on sugar and snacks. Yet that stubborn belly fat just won't go away. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Here's something most people don't realize. After the age of 50, your body starts handling energy differently. And because of that, one simple change in your morning routine could make your daily walk far more effective. Today, we're going to uncover what's happening inside your body, why belly fat becomes more stubborn after 50, and the simple morning habit that many people overlook. Miss our next video. As we age, our bodies naturally go through several changes. One of the biggest changes is muscle loss. Starting around age 30, adults gradually lose muscle mass, and this process accelerates after 50. Why does this matter? Because muscle burns calories, even when you're resting. Less muscle means your body burns fewer calories throughout the day. As a result, it's easier to gain fat and much harder to lose it. But that's only part of the story. As we get older, our bodies also become less sensitive to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar from the bloodstream into cells. When insulin doesn't work as efficiently, your body tends to store more energy as fat. And unfortunately, a large portion of that fat often settles around the abdomen. This is why so many adults notice that belly fat seems to appear almost overnight after turning 50. Imagine two people going for the exact same walk. The first person eats breakfast before leaving the house. The second person drinks a glass of water and starts walking before eating. Both are walking at the same pace. But their bodies may be using fuel differently. When you eat first, insulin rises. Your body begins using the incoming food as energy. When you walk in a fasted state, insulin remains lower, and your body may rely more on stored energy. This is one reason many experts have become interested in fasted exercise, especially low-impact activities like walking. For adults over 50, walking is simple, sustainable, and gentle on the joints, and when timed correctly, it may offer an additional metabolic advantage. Here's the mistake many people make without realizing it. Before heading out for a walk, they have coffee loaded with sugar, sweetened creamers, fruit juice, a few biscuits, a small snack for energy. These choices seem harmless, but even small amounts of sugar and calories can trigger an insulin response. When insulin rises, your body becomes less likely to use stored fat. In other words, the special morning window may be reduced. If your goal is to maximize fat use during your walk, keeping the fasted state intact can make a difference. For many people, that simply means drink water, have plain tea, or drink black coffee without sugar. Then go for your walk. Another common mistake is stopping too soon. When you first start walking, your body uses available energy sources. As you continue moving, it gradually shifts toward using more stored energy. This transition becomes more noticeable after about 15 to 20 minutes. That's why many experts recommend walking for around 30 to 45 minutes. This duration gives your body enough time to settle into a steady rhythm and supports a consistent routine that can be repeated day after day. Many people think they need intense workouts to lose belly fat. Not necessarily. Walking at a moderate pace is often ideal. A simple test is this. You should be able to talk in short sentences while walking. You're breathing a little harder than usual, but you're not exhausted. This level of effort is easier on the body, easier on the joints, and much easier to maintain consistently. And consistency is where real results come from. Most people quit because they expect dramatic changes in a few days. But healthy fat loss usually follows a pattern. During the first couple of weeks, you may notice slightly better energy. A few weeks later, your clothes may begin fitting differently. After several more weeks, many people notice improvements around the waist and better walking endurance. Over time, small daily actions can add up to meaningful changes. There's another reason belly fat deserves attention, especially after 50. Not all body fat is the same. Some fat sits just beneath the skin, but another type, called visceral fat, collects deeper inside the abdomen and surrounds important organs, like the liver and intestines. Over time, excess visceral fat has been linked to health problems such as high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease. That's why losing belly fat isn't only about fitting into smaller clothes. It's about improving your overall health and protecting your body as you age. The encouraging news is that even small reductions in belly fat can positively affect your health. You don't need perfection. You simply need consistency. I may be doing everything right. Walking regularly, eating healthier, drinking more water, yet you're still struggling. The missing piece could be sleep. When you don't sleep well, your body produces more stress hormones. At the same time, the hormones that regulate hunger can become unbalanced. As a result, you may feel hungrier, crave sugary foods, and have less energy to stay active. Poor sleep also affects recovery and may make it harder for your body to manage blood sugar efficiently. In other words, lack of sleep can quietly work against your fat loss efforts. Sometimes the solution isn't exercising harder. It's simply getting better rest. Many people become frustrated and try extreme approaches. They skip meals, exercise intensely every day, or follow diets that are impossible to maintain. These strategies may produce short-term results, but they're often difficult to continue. Your body responds better to habits that are realistic and repeatable. A simple morning walk, better sleep, more water, a balanced diet. These small actions may not seem dramatic, but their effects build over time. Health improvements usually happen gradually, almost quietly. Then one day, you notice you have more energy, your clothes fit differently, and daily activities feel easier. That's the power of consistency. People who successfully lose weight after 50 usually don't rely on motivation. They rely on routines. They remove unnecessary decisions. They wake up at a similar time. They keep water beside their bed. They put on their walking shoes and go for their walk before distractions begin. Eventually, the habit becomes automatic, and that's when results become easier to maintain. Because the goal isn't to walk perfectly for 1 week. The goal is to build a routine you can still follow 6 months, and even years from now. After 50, losing belly fat isn't simply about doing more exercise. It's about understanding how your body works. A morning walk before breakfast won't perform miracles, but it may help create conditions that encourage your body to use stored energy more effectively. And because walking is simple, safe, and easy to repeat, it can become one of the most powerful habits you build. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's been your biggest challenge after 50? Losing belly fat, staying consistent, or maintaining energy? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Health Facts Zone for more science-backed health tips.